closet for me to come out of. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on now.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very interesting episode. Today we visit Utah, California.
What? Today we're going to look at a property that is off the grid-ish. Okay, off the grid-ish. It is on the grid technically, but you could sever ties from the grid if you choose to. Personally, I would love, and I cannot say this enough, I would love to eventually move into a place where I can have lots of land, pretty much be secluded in the middle of my own, basically town. Or, you know, you give me as many acres as this place have, which is 40. I feel like I'm in my own town. I'm within my own city. I'm within my own limits, right? And, you know, I secure the perimeter with loads of cameras, get me some cattle, and just be self-sustaining, self-efficient. That is the dream for me. Because what I can tell you is that if something weird happens, I just might be able to survive a little longer than someone who currently lives in the city, which I do now. So I love the idea of being off the grid. That's cool for me too. There's also a little pressure with that because you have to make sure that the maintenance of the things that help you sustain are in order. And if you don't learn how to do it yourself, you'll always be dependent on somebody. So there is pressure with that, but once you learn it, it's worth it. So anyway, we're going to check out a video from a very, very well-known YouTuber. Okay, a very well-known YouTuber, which is Heavy D Sparks. We're gonna check out a video that he posted. You know, I think it was a buddy of his, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure he said that like 4 or 5 times. But a buddy of his developed the place. Spoiler alert, he didn't do, at least for a spec home, he didn't do the best job possible. I feel like he missed the mark, and if he would have maybe had different design, I think the place would have already sold. Because the video we're looking at is over a year old. So the house has been for sale for quite some time. And again, it was a spec home. And if you don't know what a spec home is, it is a home specifically, you know, that's built to sell to a particular type of person. Not built for someone, but built specifically for someone to buy, like a type of buyer. You know, it's not something that will appeal to the masses, but it will appeal to a certain group of people, and that's who you're building the home for. So that's what a spec home is. So for it to be a spec home, I think they missed the mark. I think Heavy D Sparks, or I just call him D Sparks, I think he did a great job with the video, being that it's not like his typical type of content. And yeah, no, I like the video a lot. Just FYI, I like the video a lot, even though towards the end, I got a little too honest. I got a little too honest. And we look at some other properties too, just in the area, just to kind of generalize and understand why something like, you know, this would have an asking price of 26 million, which they ended up lowering it to 20 million. So we just look at it and see why it didn't sell. And, you know, I'm sure there's other places that are around it that have sold that, you know, were probably like half the price. But yeah, let's check out the video. Oh, but before we check out the video, I hope you guys had an amazing week. I really do. I'm so glad that whatever it is that happened with the channel, it got resolved. And I mean, now our views are going back up, and you know, it's a good feeling. I won't lie to you. It's a very good feeling. But yeah, let's check out the video.
We just landed at a $25.9 million fully off-grid mansion estate. And then you have a 160-foot tunnel
Definitely
underground.
not my idea of off the grid. Wow, in a tunnel? That's insane. Miracle. You see the boots? Miracle. Miracle. Don't mind me, I just had to check. I think I saw something fall, but we're all good, brother. So they don't even got real wood in the fireplace. They that off the grid. They don't even go outside. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Be responsible with your partaking of
Ladies and gentlemen,
spirits.
we just landed at a $25.9 million fully off-grid mansion estate up here in the beautiful mountains of Utah. And we're about to give you
Utah.
an exclusive inside look and tour of this insane property.
Let's go. Yeah, his shirt says Brodozer. It's a full on like bulldozer type of vehicle, and he does some great videos with that thing,
So guys,
with the
here's the story on
Brodozer.
this house. It belongs to a guy that I know, and he just put it on the market. And there's been a couple other videos that have gone out of people showing tours of it and things like that. And I thought, man, I really want to go up there and walk through that place before it sells. I've known about this project for a few years now, but it's finally all coming together. It's all being completed, and this place is an absolute masterpiece. So 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, 12,377 square feet, sits on about 49.5 acres of land, and it is completely off-grid. It's on-grid and it's off-grid. So basically, it sits on about
And 2 million acres of BLM land out the back door.
49.5 acres of land, and it is completely off-grid. It's on-grid and it's off-grid. So basically, you've got your power, you've got water, you've got everything you need right here to be completely self-sustained. And it is like one of the most luxurious, high-end mountain houses that I've ever been in my entire life. Starting with, obviously, the helicopter pad. Because if you're gonna own a $26 million mansion up in the mountains, you don't wanna drive there, you wanna fly there. And we were fortunate enough to be able to land on the helicopter pad today and get the ultimate view of the property. Now, if you don't come by helicopter, you can always drive up like the 2-mile-long private blacktop road, but that's literally just the beginning of this masterpiece. Check this out.
So my question is, how often do they have to capture water? Or is all the water being captured from the elements, such as rain, sleet, snow?
So this property was originally built in the 70s, and it started as one little cabin. Well, that cabin is no longer just one little cabin. It's been added on to and grown and grown and grown into becoming this massive estate. And there are some features here that literally are gonna blow your mind right out of your head, right?
Oh yeah. Underground tunnels, pools. I don't want to spoil all the surprises.
So listen, in order to be off-grid, first thing you gotta have is your own power.
Electricity, yeah.
That's why they've got a 40 kilowatt solar array. This whole setup right here is beautiful. It's extremely well done, professionally built, fully adjustable panels that you can adjust throughout the year to be able to get the optimal sunlight. So basically the entire house runs on this solar panel. I think they say about 99% of the home's energy comes from that. There is a pool inside which draws a lot of energy, so every once in a while they pull a little bit of power from the grid, but very, very little. And that brings me to my next point. If you lose solar, Well,
So
then
this
you
is
can
not off the
automatically
grid
go to
then?
grid power. If you lose grid power, then you come over here to your emergency backup generator, 56 kilowatt propane generator, which runs off of those 7,000 gallons of propane. This bad boy is gonna run forever with that much fuel. So long story short, you're never gonna be out of power. It's just pretty much impossible, unless your generator goes down, but 7,000 gallons of propane stored underground right here. That means it doesn't freeze, it's safe, and you've got all your little hatches and compartments right there. 7,000 gallons of propane is gonna last you a long, long time. If you're gonna have a solar powered home, you need to have a good solar powered battery bank. That brings us to this room right here. So what you're looking at right here are all the 48 volt batteries that all the solar panels dump their energy into. What you're looking at is roughly the equivalent of 3 Tesla vehicles worth of batteries. And they've designed this so well that they've got a gantry crane you can slide along here to be able to move the packs in and out, because these packs are monsters. These are big, big batteries. They say that if you lost all power, all solar, all everything, that this bank of batteries would run the house for about a week before running out. That does not
That's
include running the
insane.
pool at the same time, because like I said, the pool consumes a lot of energy. On the other side of this wall, we're gonna show you all of the solar charge controllers, the transfer switch, and the inverters. Because the way they wire this, the way they set things up in here is like not only high quality stuff, but the way they laid it out is an actual masterpiece. It literally looks like art. Let's go take a look. So you've got 3 big transfer switches. Right now, on N, that means that the power for the property is all coming from the solar panels. Now, if it goes over to the E, that means that's your emergency backup. So it's either pulling from the grid or from the generator. These are solar charge controllers. Each one of these right now is bringing in, geez, these bad boys are bringing in 18 kilowatts each. That's a lot. So basically these take and trickle power into the big battery bank that's on the other side of this wall. And then when the power is ready to come out of those batteries, it comes through these giant inverters. So it comes in as AC power, goes into the batteries as DC power, comes from the batteries into these as DC, comes out as AC, and that's what
So we're
powers the house.
definitely going to skip
Another thing
this.
you need is water. You can't rely on the city water or anybody else providing you with fresh drinking water.
Or maybe
That's why
not.
This home has 2 deep water wells, which pump into
Okay,
this
there it goes.
complete
That, so
water
they do
treatment
have
station
a way
here
to retrieve the
on one of
water.
the garages. It's got over 1,000 gallons of water capacity that can be stored through here, and it goes through reverse osmosis, upside down osmosis, every type of filtration you can possibly think of. It's got UV treatment that kills anything that could possibly be living in the water. So if you're worried about contamination, the water from the well is drinkable straight from the well. But this gives you that extra layer of like protection and security. And like I said, just the way they built it, the way they laid out the canisters, the way they have the piping run. And this is just the beginning of some of the beautiful work that's been done here. Wait till we get down and see the boilers and the heating arrangement, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna blow your mind. So guys, check it out. As you're coming down the driveway, it transitions from asphalt to pavers, my personal favorite. The best part about this is this paver driveway is all heated. Everywhere that you see pavers is heated with radiant heating with big boilers. That means in the wintertime when this place gets like 8 feet of snow, because it does, all this melts right off. One of my favorite parts about this, which is really well thought out, is they installed grass pavers roughly 2 feet off of each side of the driveway. So that means if you accidentally drive off the driveway or you have friends that pull over and not paying attention, normally when you drive a vehicle in soft grass like that, you're gonna get ruts. Well, the grass pavers basically support the weight of the vehicle, so you're not gonna get those nasty grass ruts on the side of the driveway. Now, as you get here and you start taking in the entire estate, you'll notice that right here is basically a guest barn, which has been turned into a garage. It's been turned into a game room, and there's a full living quarters upstairs. In there, they also store the water treatment, the solar batteries, the solar charge controllers. Basically, everything that you need to be off-grid is stored inside that building right there. As you keep moving down the wonderful heated paver driveway, you hit, boom,
Very nice.
Mona Lisa. The, what do they call it? La pièce de pièce de résistance. What?
Creme de la creme.
Pièce de résistance. The way this was built, guys, this is pretty cool. The original building is that far right cabin over there. That was built in the 70s, and it was built using logs and timbers from this canyon right here where it sits. That's pretty cool, meaning that was the original idea behind this giant estate. And then when the new owner bought it, they said, we love it, but we need more room and we want to turn it into more of like a mountain estate. And that's when they took and added on basically everything from that small cabin over is all brand new. But they did it in the same style with the same logs from the same canyon. They matched everything perfectly.
Welcome to the lodge.
As we go inside here, you're gonna see this home tells a story. One of like the best design companies I've ever heard of and that I've ever seen, Bond Design Company. Everything down to like the little like finishing touches in the bathroom, the wallpaper, all the way to the big layout and the, you know, the big like structural changes. That was all thanks to Bond Design Company. And you're gonna see, unturned. No, literally not a single stone unturned. Everything was thought out. It gives me anxiety seeing all the stuff that they had to make decisions on because it is just, well, you'll see. Let's go take a look.
Welcome to paradise. I said, first stop, the 70s, right? But you'll notice that there's so many details in this house, and he said it tells a story. You've got built in the 70s, you've got logs that were dated back
So
to
the cameraman, this is not his normal speed
We're
of
not
content.
on the design channel, but we're
That looks pretty good. But to follow around a house like to do a house tour,
cool.
And camera's
that are
kind of up and down, shaky.
And things that are exciting. And what's more exciting than a $25.9 million fully off-grid estate in the beautiful mountains of Utah?
Just gave me the goosebumps.
Not fully off
I really
grid.
did get the goosebumps. She said.
All right, so as you walk in, you can see
Hopefully
that
he's
this
not
is
a real
all
estate agent.
brand new. This is kind of the center of
Not
the home.
supposed to-
If you branch off to this
Like little-
wing over
little
here,
stuff
you'll see
we
that
can get in
there's kind of
trouble
like
for.
a walkway. This was intended to connect the old building to the new building, but rather than just making it a hallway, they said, hey, how about we double the size of the kitchen? So everything you're seeing is all kitchen. And the
I like
stone
it.
that they picked out is some of the
that stone
best
is
looking countertop
fire.
material I've ever seen.
That
in my
stone is
entire life.
amazing.
As you can see right here, this is basically where the old cabin begins. This was the old exterior wall. From here on is all brand new. And as you step in here into the main kitchen, you're literally walking into this creative hub, like this beautiful area that was built as like a
like the
rustic old
nook.
cabin that was an old family cabin that is now turned
beautiful.
into this huge estate. So you're gonna see old touches like hand-carved logs and things like that. But then you're gonna see things like this, the Blue Star gas range. That is like the best of the best.
Or like this, the waterworks faucet. It feels like you're turning on some sort of ancient machine.
That's one of the coolest sinks I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like industrial grade. Like it literally feels like you're turning on like industrial
That is
hydrants.
pretty neat.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
awesome. From there, you've got like your Wolf steam oven. You've got built-in coffee machine.
That's
Apparently,
Miele.
the same company that makes excavators and cranes over in Europe makes refrigerators. So you've got the Liebherr fridge, which is a European model, which is shorter than US models because they had to figure out a way to get it under this giant beam right here. So they just said, hey, we'll bring a fridge straight from Europe. So this kitchen is like an entertainer's dream. It's got all the right stuff to be able to prepare meals, but all the space to be able to have like a huge, family or gathering here. What are you doing? What are you making me? What are we having? Oh, is this the thing where on Peter Pan where you have to pretend?
Good. You're doing it, Peter.
Now the kitchen has obviously been heavily modernized and it doesn't feel as much as the old cabin as the next area that we're gonna go into, which is cool. This, honestly, once you walk past this wall, it feels like you're walking into a tree fort. It's the only way to explain it. It's just cool, it's creative, it's alive, and it is very much a part of history. So check this out.
Guys, remind me to charge my mouse because like the battery is dead. It's like showing me that it's
They found every
on its
opportunity
last
they could
leg.
to bring in as much real light as possible. So like right there behind you, what would normally just be a wall is just a giant piece of glass. It's not a door, it's just a giant piece of glass that fills this whole area with daylight. This is one of my favorite spots because you can feel the old family cabin vibe in here. It's warm, it's cozy, it's kind of like all on top of you, but at the same time, they're utilizing this space
beautiful.
really well. So
I like
I like here, and you've
the
got
log cabin.
probably one of the coolest doors I've ever seen.
It's like
this
a
half, I don't know
lost
if it's a French
art.
door or what they call it, but it's this
It's a barn door.
half door that you can just kind of
it's-
leave open and let the breeze
It's a barn
come in.
door.
You look out here and you've just got like the most unreal view of the valley. So as part of the old cabin, they have this ridiculously cool hand-carved staircase that takes you upstairs to essentially what is the loft. Over here, you have a little game area, right? That's awesome. Great use of the space. Like I said, all the finishings, like all the artwork and everything in here is just so well placed. You come over here and you have one of many really, really cool decks. And this deck, I think originally used to be just a tiny little stoop, and they came and said, nope, we want to use the space really well. Back into the loft, it's gonna.
So it is a barn door. This is also a barn door, but it is a barn door, but it is common. It's a Dutch door. It's called a Dutch door, but it is a barn door. So I'm half right. I'm used to it being described as a barn door. So I went to go double check, because I don't want to give any bad information. But yeah, it's a barn door. It was a barn door. So, but it's a Dutch door is what it's the true definition of it. Just wanted to point that out. I like to give accurate information.
I'm gonna take you to the master bedroom. Well, one of the master bedrooms, the old master bedroom, because now there's a newer, better master bedroom. And on your way to your room, you can tickle the eagle. All right, so check this out. This is, like I said, the old master bedroom.
Also, we don't use the term master bedroom anymore because, I mean, you guys know why. That like, personally, okay? This is, and I mean this, and it's also a joke, okay? Listen, you realize that Black people had to call people master. My people work hard for me to one day have be the master of a bedroom, like the master bedroom. That means it's my bedroom. That makes me the master. Only for it to be taken away, and now we have to call it the primary because it's not politically correct to use the term master. What part of the game is that?
These hand-cut timbers just make this place feel so like warm and so alive.
So it's a primary
and so cozy.
bedroom now.
This right here is a super cool idea. When they wanted to connect the old cabin to the new area, they built this walkway. This is so freaking awesome. Heated floors, right? In fact, the entire property has heated floors. The bathrooms are all electric and the main floor is all radiant.
Talk about the tub.
So this is the old
It's
primary.
an all stone tub. See, they hauled this in before the windows were in.
Wow.
This is never leaving.
These are finishings that you would find in multi-million-dollar high-end homes in the States.
This
which
is a
obviously what
multi-million-dollar
this is.
high-end home. This place is
That's
amazing,
bedroom
though.
number 1, by the way. Now let's go downstairs and I'll show you bedrooms number 2 and 3. Kind of got like a Jack and Jill vibe down here. The rooms down here, they're not huge, but they're very cozy and they're the best way to put it, just super cozy, super like comfortable. From here, you go across the hallway.
That's a nice way to say something
the other
small.
bedroom.
It's
Your
cozy.
room,
Jack and Jill's? I get Jacks or Jill's?
your Jill.
Oh, that's fine. I'll be Jill. Yeah, this is my bedroom.
Bedroom number 3.
Where's the
right
bathroom?
there. And then
Where's the
between
Jack and
two
Jill
bedrooms,
bathroom?
You've got this really nice bathroom, by the way. This is like, for being like a Jack and Jill bath, this is nice. It's got your tub.
This
you got
is
big
not
shower,
a
heated
Jack and
floors.
Jill
This is
bathroom.
cool right here for firewood storage.
The Jack
because
and
you do
Jill
have a different-
bathroom, just for everyone that knows, a Jack and Jill bathroom would mean that the two bedrooms connect. In the bathroom is the middle point that is a shared bathroom between the two bedrooms. That is what we in the real estate industry referred to as Jack and Jill. Bedrooms, bathroom. That's the connection. Again, what he's saying though, it's for him, it's the vibe.
Fireplace right there. You've got this old mine cart with the tracks, so you can fill that with wood, and the wood is stored right outside on a covered area. Again,
Yeah, but
so
it's
you're
on
not
tracks, but where does it go?
Covered in snow in the wintertime.
And the antler chandelier.
Chandelier.
I like that antler
Oh,
chandelier.
I love the 70s. 70s were good to me.
We're gonna time travel out of the 70s and head to basically 2022, which is right here. Now you can feel as we start stepping into this new
the
addition to
ceiling.
the house, everything gets bigger. The hallways get bigger. All the spaces get bigger, but at the same time, they're not so big that they're not cozy. Like, it's really hard to have floor to ceiling windows and have a warm feeling still. Somehow they did it. As you're in the living room, it feels like you're like in the mountains because it's all glass. And you've got this easy 180-degree view of your entire backyard and your property. You can look up the canyon, you can look down the canyon. All right, so check it out. As you continue on into the new addition of the house, you've got areas like this, which it's bathroom, right? Whoop-de-doo. Well, it has like textured wallpaper that feels like you're like in the desert. This type of stuff, I don't even know where you find a sink like that. You know, before we even go in there, I'm gonna take you in here, which is actually probably one of my favorite rooms of the house. This mud room. There's snowmobiling trails straight from this property. So let's say you get home, you pull your snowmobile in the driveway, you tromp here in the mud room, heated floors, stomping snow and everything everywhere, put your clothes and your boots and all the muddy stuff away. And if you need to warm anything up or dry anything off, you've got probably the nicest laundry room I've ever seen. Like, this laundry room is ridiculous. Washers and dryers stacked on top of each other. You've got this giant window to be able to see the entire property, which from here I can see the helicopter pad. I can see just everything. You've got this butcher block countertop, which is really cool. This is the type of stuff that's like, when you first see it, it's almost, you can't even process it. And then you start thinking like, that's a whole butcher block countertop in the laundry room. That's
I could chop up a watermelon on the countertop.
They tell me it's green. I see blue. I don't know what you guys see, but you won't see a lot of these colors.
It's hard to tell
in
with the
rustic style
camera
mountain homes, but they've incorporated this
because a certain
green
angle it
blue
looks
color
green, another angle it
really,
looks
really
blue,
well into
but
the
you can
cabinets and
definitely
different
tell that
spaces.
it's
So from
it's
there, let's go check out
intersected
the
within
real
both
master bedroom,
families.
which is real master mind blowing.
It's like a greenish blue or a bluish green palette. So this is the current primary. This is the
Hans, you
new
don't have to hide
primary.
the whole time.
I'm hiding.
No, you're on the tour. I don't know if you guys have seen,
doing
but
sneaky behind,
Hands is
turn on the light.
Hands
This is
has
the
been trying
agent.
to be sneaky
Trying
this
to get
entire time, but you've caught him in like
gotta be the
19
agent.
different shots. So
I'm
we're
just
just
trying
gonna
to be there before.
we're just gonna include you.
Or I don't know, maybe.
Again, another mini split. You control your own temperature here in the room, which is a really big deal because if you're anything like me, I gotta sleep at like 62 degrees, whereas Diesel Dave has to sleep at 78 degrees.
Not a personal choice.
It's as you can see, this is all again hand cut logs. It's all sourced from the canyon right here. We hear, and I'm not sure, I haven't dated this or fact checked it, but they say that these logs, based off of the rings and the cuts, are like maybe 300-400 years old from up the canyon here. Yeah, that's wild. Again, they did a really good job with the windows, floor to ceiling, so there's tons of natural daylight. So even if your lights are off in here, you still have a ton of light. Then you come around here to one of the coolest tubs I've ever seen, all hand formed copper. That is not a cheap tub, and that is not an easy thing to do. So props to whoever built that. Then you've got just this ridiculously nice shower.
Steam shower.
Waterworks fixtures. If you know anything about high-end homes, you know that Waterworks makes like some of the best fixtures out there. One thing I love about it is it's got this little vent glass right here. So you can pop that open if it's getting too, like my Ashley, I know for a fact would want that closed because she loves it steamed up. Me, I crack that baby open.
Why?
For my cold showers. That right there, by the way, the shower surround is all one piece of stone, which is incredible.
That is incredible.
That is one giant rock. From there, you come around the corner. Into the
Doesn't
master
look
closet,
like it
which
from
is
the
pretty good
the
size.
corner, but
they did the
could
best
just be
with the
camera
space that
lighting.
they were working with. It's bigger than most people's. I know that the owner wishes it was bigger, but it's a good size closet. You've got copper sinks. You've got waterworks fixtures. Well, there's two things I love about the master suite. One, the fireplace. And then two, the office / loft above. I bet you didn't know that you needed a living room on top of your master bedroom, but you do. You just didn't know it until now, because I didn't know it until now. So you've got like this
That's pretty good
office area.
use of space.
You've got a little bit of kind of a lounge area. And then from here, you've got your choice between going to that private patio, which mirrors and matches the other private patio off the other master bedroom, or this patio, which is probably one of the best views in the property right here. Boom. This gives us an opportunity to talk about what's going on back in the backyard. Now, they're still finishing the landscaping here. I think they said they have another 3 or 4 months worth of landscaping to do, because that pond that you're seeing down there is getting ready to turn into a full-blown like family pond, like it's gonna have picnic tables, pergolas, grass. It's gonna be crystal clear water because they're gonna have filters and bubblers, cleaning the water and filtering it. And then as the water comes down off the mountain, it trickles through a couple of different staging ponds, which collect all the sediment. So when your water gets down to that main pond, it is gonna be crystal clear. Now,
And then all that sediment
I like
is gonna be
ponds.
prime for like planting gardens.
I think we know that
all the
already.
nutrients.
yeah, the way they laid it out is pretty cool. Again, this home is meant to be
Like
luxury,
me a nice
and
pond.
big and over the top. But at the same time, it's meant to be thoughtful and use, the natural resources the best way possible, which is why these collection ponds right here basically capture the sediment that comes down off the mountain, and that is some of the most fertile soil you'll find. So you can basically reuse that soil and plant, your gardens and your vegetables, which there's plenty of room for here. So if you're gonna grow your own food, have your own orchard,
You'd never have to leave.
you really wouldn't. The upstairs, the main floor of this place is awesome. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's a really cool property. And they really thought that out really well. Well, wait till we go downstairs, because believe it or not, there's a pool inside this house.
We already showed us the pool, so we believe that there is a pool. That's where I want to be. That screening room right there. Pool looks more like a hot tub than anything, but I'm sure it probably
All right, guys,
operates as both.
Let's go downstairs, because this is where the creativity really started to get a little crazy. And I know you probably want to go over there and see that mysterious looking blue thing, but we're not going to yet. I'm gonna make you wait, because first, gotta check out the garage. This is the basement, also the main garage for the house. You drive
about
around the front, roundabout,
good 5
you come around the
cars.
side, and bam, you've got this awesome garage, which, by the way, this may not look like a big deal, but a drain like that in the floor on a mountain home that gets tons of snow is awesome, because what you do is you pull your wet, snowy toys in here, park them over the drain, they melt, drains off all the water. Now, I told you earlier that the mechanical systems in this house, the way they built them, are an absolute work of art. Well, this right here is about to prove that statement. Here you have 4 giant boilers. These boilers are powered by propane and obviously the solar panels, and they control the temperature of the driveway and of the floor of the entire house. Over here, you have your dehumidification system, you've got water softeners, you've got basically all the mechanical stuff, but this is where the plumbers and the utility guys just went a little extra. Look at the way, this is not normal. You don't usually see plumbing laid out and looking this sexy. It has no right looking that sexy. It's just sitting there posing, and I'm here for it. That type of stuff for me, and anybody who's watching this who's a tradesman or you're into this sort of thing, you're looking at that and you're thinking, yeah, they did a pretty good job there. That's they went the extra mile to make sure that that was not only going to work very well, but look amazing, because the owner of this $25.9 million home obviously has very discerning taste, so they weren't going to miss a beat there. So this mechanical room, I love. It's big, it's open, it's ventilated, it's got all the different parts and pieces you need to be able to keep this mountain off-grid home running. And again, you lose power, this stays running. You make all your own water. You have your own fuel in the front yard in the form of 7,000 gallons of propane. You're safe, you're protected. you're off grid. I'm gonna call it the boring part compared to the next part of the house. As you meander into the basement, you got another little kind of living lounge area.
Oh no!
Did he really just fall in?
Bad
What
boy.
happened?
What the hell, Vance?
Did you just trip?
He told me to back up. He's like, you're in the shot. I said,
no.
shot. I didn't say
Oh no!
shot, and I walked in.
Yo, that is hilarious.
Fall in with your phone, fully dressed. Hold on. Let's make the most of this.
I gotta see that again.
Oh no!
Did he really just fall in?
Bad
What
boy.
happened?
What the hell, Vance?
That's
Did you just
that's
trip?
bad.
He told me to back up. He's like, you're in the shot.
You're in the shot, man.
Shot. I didn't say.
Oh no!
You're in the shot. Get out the
Did you
shot.
just fall in with your phone, fully
Take the
dressed?
shot.
Hold on. Let's make the most of this. So, if
Tell us
you're
what the pool's like.
if you're just hanging out in the pool / hot tub, this goes up to 104 degrees. What's it at right now?
Probably a cool 80.
Told you.
Okay, so it's just comfortable. Can you see the screen from there?
Oh, yeah, I can see Alan's beautiful face right
So you can watch
So this
a
is
show.
more of a sitting
even if you
pool.
accidentally fall backwards into the pool, which I can't believe just happened.
Than
That
a
was
swimming pool.
fantastic. I feel like every high school friend had a friend who had the hot tub in the basement. Remember how your basement used to get all musky and moldy and nasty because you had a hot tub in your basement? Well, you're not gonna have that problem here because you have a dehumidifier system that vents all the moisture out of this room, and on top of that, you can close this room. So these big sliding glass doors close, and this becomes completely sealed off. So if you do get it warm and you're worried about the moisture and the steam coming in through here, you shouldn't be, because first of all, that extraction system is gonna pull it out. Second of all, you can completely seal it off with these doors. Third, you've got a sliding pool cover to keep the kids and everything safe and also keep the temperature in the hot tub. That's awesome. You got a wet bar right here, which is not just any old wet bar. This is a pretty good sized bar. And then you guys knew this was coming. Sooner or later, we were gonna wiggle a book or tickle a skull or jiggle a nook and find ourselves a secret room. Check this out. So behind that bookcase, you've got all of your AV stuff. You've got 2 giant racks for your speakers, your projector, your cable, all that kind of stuff. But more importantly,
Panic
you have
room.
access to your full-blown panic room. Guys, this is not just a gun vault, okay? This is not just an area where you're gonna keep your guns. However, it does have a lot of storage for a lot of different guns. But what it also has,
Looking at you, Matt.
its own ventilation system. It has its own water.
I don't think this
It
is big
has a
enough for Matt,
bathroom.
though.
So if you
Matt's
are in
got a
that
lot of
situation,
guns.
you close that vault door right there. You got access to all the home cameras, all the home security right there. You're surrounded by 13 inches of double rebar concrete walls, literally head to toe, completely underground, and you're comfortable. You can watch TV, you've got the mini split for the heat or the AC, depending on what time of year you're panicking. And like I said, the storage just goes on and on and on. This is one of the
time of
coolest
year
rooms
you're
I've ever seen,
panicking.
simply because gun vaults are cool, and I have a gun vault, but I didn't think about putting a bathroom in my gun vault or a fresh air system. Obviously, come back through the bookcase, through Narnia. Oh, got the jets on in the pool / hot tub. Keep walking down the hallway. Now, right about in here is where the basement of the old cabin begins. Remember, all this is new. When they built the new addition, that's all freshly excavated.
Is that the steam
basement.
room? Is that the
And then
sauna?
Over here,
Sauna.
you have the old basement from the old cabin, which they've done a really
Oh,
good
no.
job at using
the bathroom.
space. And apparently, the owner had a lot of dirty people in the family because you got a giant 3-head shower. You could bathe 6 full-grown men in there. I don't know why you would do that.
What?
But if you
Why men?
5 of us, so sorry, we're not going to be able to try it. Another thing they did in this house really well is typically in a mountain cabin you wouldn't see beautiful artwork like that. That's more, like I said, like a big mansion estate in Hollywood type artwork. Well, they have it here too, and it fits the property very well. Over here is probably my favorite room. Well, I've said that about every room so far, but this one really, well, you've got boring bedroom here with the AV guy who's chasing down ghosts. You'll find him, man. And then you've got awesome party bunk bedroom over here.
Hell
complete
yeah.
with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beds and 2 queens, 2 kings, and 3 twins. This is the ultimate, like, have
Cousin
the
space.
ultimate sleepover, have all the kids in here,
Yep.
just turn them loose and let them do their thing. Love this. You'd think, like, as a basement, you know, bathroom or a bedroom, you're not gonna put that.
They're
much
gonna
thought
fight
into,
over that
like,
one
the
TV
decor.
though.
Well, that's where you're wrong, because they went ham. Like on this tile and the fuzzy wallpaper, you've got the sink and the toilet there, and then you've got storage closet with all the games and everything like that. So that is all of the bedrooms in the house. We counted 6 plus 6.5 bathrooms. If you're ready for things to get really interesting, I got something else I want to show you. It's not another secret room though. So what do we have here? Well, we have just basically like another laundry room, right? You got your washing machines, you've got your storage, you've got, you know, a nice bench area to fold your clothes. And then you have a 160-foot tunnel underground to the other building. How freaking cool is this?
It's fun.
We have limited time on this tunnel.
Yeah. So guys, check this out. This is probably one of the coolest features of the entire property. The fact that they connected, remember there's a barn in front of the main house. Well, this connects the two. And it is underground, and it's like probably 50 degrees in here. It's the perfect temperature. And it is very well laid out and trimmed out. This doesn't smell like dirt. It doesn't smell like you're like underground or in a basement. So this tunnel is actually built out of solid concrete blocks. So it's not just a bunch of dirt above us. It's, you know, formed up concrete, and it's watertight, it's airtight.
Is this where we go to Narnia?
Pretty sure we just left Narnia. So now we are in the building across from the main building. This is basically the barn guest house. Now we're gonna go up and show you the actual living quarters slash game room slash event room. Up here, you've got a bar, you've got a pool table, you've got a closet with a bunch of storage space over there. You've got a full bathroom up here. So again, this is what makes it livable. Bathroom with a shower. So you have friends, family, guests over.
So basically this is another bedroom.
Basically another bedroom, but a big bedroom. But if you don't have guests over, then you can just use it as an entertaining space, or if you don't have people staying here. And
Who stacks the cookies?
I don't know, but it comes with freshly stacked
Cookie Monster.
peanut butter cookies.
Those
Oh my god.
look soft. It's soft?
So obviously this space is really cool. You can use it for a number of different things, like I said, including having guests sleep here. One thing you guys have noticed by now is the owner of this property really liked decks, outdoor deck space with big, thick cut timbers, posts. This right here is almost the exact same footprint as the building that's attached to, which means it's really big. So another spot where you can kind of hang out. You can have a ton of people here. It doesn't feel crowded. It doesn't feel like, you know, you're cramped up. You got views of the valley all around you. You got views of the main house, which if you just take a step back real quick and look at that house and the fact that they were able to make it look symmetrical, even though none of that existed. It was only just that one little building over there. It was a very ambitious project. In my opinion, based off of the tour here, it's worth every penny, because you're not gonna find a property like this anywhere else. And you're not gonna find something that's fully contained and fully self-sustainable off-grid. Just not. I mean, not of this caliber. There's lots of properties on the market, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of places that are fully off-grid, but there's not a lot of places that are fully off-grid where you could be this comfortable with this type of luxury and this type of just sprawling space. But we're not done yet. So another thing about the property that obviously a high-end property like this would have to have is lots of security. That's why there's 50 different surveillance cameras all over the property, and they provide you with a 360-degree view of every single area. So like right there, that one corner has like 4 different cameras on it, and you can see everything from wall to wall. There's no blind spots. Then
Camera in the
down
grass.
here, you have, this is the bottom of the guest barn. You know, remember upstairs there's an entertaining area plus living quarters, and then you have this.
What happened to all those
awesome
people that
garage,
were just
which
there?
The way they did this is so freaking cool. You can drive in one and out the other. This is perfect for, like I said, snowmobiles, toys, things like that. It's got the floor drain. This is the perfect toy barn, or it's also more room for guests because you've got washer and dryer. So if the guests upstairs need a place to do their laundry, bam, you've got it right there. And it's a pretty good sized space right here. This is a big garage. To be like just an extra bonus garage, it's pretty good sized. That's pretty much it for the interior of the house. But what I want to do now is take you around the backyard and show you, well, the backyard, the side yard, the front yard, everything. All the yard space here was designed specifically for entertaining, whether it's your small little family or you've got a huge event, it's covered. Solar panels over there.
I know I pointed like I paused the first time, but I missed. I told you my mouse is dying. Please remind me to put it on the charger. I've always been curious, when you have a lot of acreage, do you even have a front yard? Do you have a backyard? Like, what do you even call that? The land, right? So it's let's observe the land, because that's all I can really think of, like to describe it. I haven't sold or been involved with places of, acres, right? Where the house, you just put the house in a spot on all of the land. So there really is no backyard. There is no front yard, right? Those are really like terms for like the city. Like those are city terms. Those are, for us city folk. What do you people who own lots of land, what do you call the front of your house, the land in your front of your house? Do you just call it land? To me, that's what makes the most sense. But yeah, I don't know. I could be right. I'm pretty sure they don't call it front yard and backyard. I'm sure I'm right about.
Have natural grass growing under them. There's a full irrigation and sprinkler system over there, so you can keep that area lush and green. You can trim it, you can mow it down, but it's not like this regular grass where you have to maintain it as heavily. You got the walkways going through the forested areas. It's one thing they did a good job at when they built this, is keeping a lot of the natural vegetation, because one big problem with building a massive estate is typically you come in and you doze the whole thing over and then you have none of the natural original vegetation. Well, here you have the natural aspen trees. You've got pine trees. I think some of the pine trees were imported. Some of them were original to the property. I know that this horseshoe pit was not original to the property, but it was a great addition.
I don't want to brag, but I feel like I'm the best horseshoe player in our group.
No, I don't know if we have any actual way to prove that. Like I told you before, this was the entrance to the old cabin. Now this is basically just a side door. But what's cool about it is, again, you got firewood storage there, keep it all dry. You got firewood storage here. And then you have the beginning of what I believe is one of the largest back decks I have ever seen. Look at this thing. It goes on and on and on and on. Almost the entire length of the back of the house. You know what's cool about this right here? This is the open flame fire pit. They're super rare because open flames up here aren't allowed. This one is gas powered and it was grandfathered in. Super rare, super valuable for the property. Over here, you got an in-ground trampoline. Over there, you have a vault with power, gas, everything you need to be able to install a infinity style hot tub flowing off the wall into your pond. Owner hasn't put that in yet, but I know that was part of their plans. They may or may not do it, depending on if and when the property sells, which, by the way, the property is currently on the market. And I realize that 99.999% of you aren't in the market for a $25.9 million home, but somebody out there might see this and be like, I gotta have that. I know there's been a couple other videos that got posted about this place and it's drummed up some serious interest. I wish I had $25.9 million to buy the place because it's awesome. It's in my backyard, I love it. On the section, the middle living room of the new section they built on, that is the chimney, right? Well, if you're gonna build a chimney, you might as well be able to use a fireplace on both sides. The indoor fireplace is on the back side of that. And then out here, you got an outdoor fireplace. That's actually a really great use of the chimney space. Here, you have a retaining wall that has a staircase that goes down to the new pond section that they're building. Again, right now, the landscaping isn't quite done, But when it is done later this summer, that pond is going to be something that anybody could swim in. You'll have a staircase that goes all the way down there, picnic, patio, pergolas, grass, everything. One thing that's kind of crazy about this house is when you're inside, the backyard doesn't seem that huge. Once you get back here, the backyard is freaking enormous. It goes on forever.
You could throw the pigskin around with your clicky cousins back here.
You've got the patio that comes off of the new master bedroom, and then it just keeps on wrapping around and around. The way they designed the deck space on this house was really smart. They made use of pretty much the entire perimeter of the house. Then you come down here and it just keeps going to that lower garage that we showed you earlier. Remember, this is all heated, all retained by these big blocks. Those blocks, they're cement, but the owner had an artist come in and paint them to make them look natural. And somehow they made it look like there's actual moss growing on them. Did a really good job. This is the basement garage. If you go straight in there, then you're gonna be in that basement living room, basement pool, all that. And then you can pull out and get right back out to the roundabout driveway. That, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much does it for the inside and the outside of this property. We probably didn't do a really great job of showing you all the little details, but hopefully in this video you got an idea of just how big and how well thought out this place is. Now, as you can see, we just did a full lap around the entire house, through the backyard, through the side yard, up the side driveway, and we're back in this beautiful roundabout front entry, which that entry's stunning. They did a good job. When you pull up, you feel like you're pulling up to like the, chateau up in a mountain, like a mountain hotel or something like that. It feels very
lodge.
Almost commercial, but not quite so big that it's like unwelcoming. It just feels warm and cozy.
The nice thing is you do one tour, you got your steps in for the day.
Yeah, I am definitely a little bit winded.
A couple miles.
So guys, that's it. That is a $25.9 million fully off-grid mansion estate. We gotta head over to the helipad, remember, because the house has a helipad, and get the hell out of here.
This music is very like relaxing. It's a banger. This is a banger. I gotta use this in a video. I gotta use this in my videos. I love this. Like this is hitting. Oh my goodness, this song is amazing. Why it's got me feeling so amazing? I don't know. No, I'm only glazing myself. Got a glaze on me. And I don't mean that in the wrong way, so pause. You already know that was coming. 'Cause I can envision myself being in a place like this. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been an amazing opportunity bringing this one to you. I love you guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Imagine when I do my man, I can't wait. When I do my outros like that, when I guys like give you tours and stuff like this, just something's coming over me. I love you guys. I just want you to know that. I'm feeling real inspirational right now. If there's anything you ever wanted to do in life, don't think twice about it. Go chase your dreams. Okay, I got a little carried away there. My bad. I just want you to know that I see where we going, okay? I just see where we going with the channel. I've envisioned it. I'm near here. I just need to get there, here, in the flesh. Pause. Anyway, before we talk about what we saw, let's take the time to do something that we haven't done in a little while, which is look at the listing. Now that video was about a year or so old. Again, shout out to D Sparks. Considering that that's not really what I'm talking about, is like home tours is not really his style of video. His videos are really outdoorsy and like he has good content. I'm not saying or going to pretend like, oh man, I watch his videos all the time, but I have watched a fair share of videos, when I'm having lunch and killing time, which I probably should really refocus that energy of killing time on to you guys and bringing you better content and stuff like that. But nonetheless, that's how I know who he is in the first place, is by seeing some of his videos. And like he does, like I said, a lot of really cool outdoor stuff. You should check out his channel if you're into that kind of thing. But considering again that this is not like his style of video, I think he did a phenomenal job. He did such a good job. You could just tell that he's just he's naturally gifted when it comes to, just doing this kind of stuff like YouTube and not even necessarily YouTube, but hosting. Like it's natural for him. So good job on the video. He said he didn't go over too many details, or he felt like he missed some details. And the fact that he felt like he missed some details, that just keys into the fact that he cares about what he's doing, because I thought he did a great job. I honestly think he did a much better job than what a lot of realtors do. And even some people that like do this for a living in terms of doing house tours, people that like do that for a living, I think he did a better job than some of those people, because he explained how things, would work if you were to actually fully detach yourself from the grid, right? Even though you can connect to the grid with this house, you don't have to. So I think he did an amazing job with that. It's like your water, you're the supplier of your water, So I thought that was cool. Going into that, I thought that was cool. So let's look at the listing. Like I said, we don't do too much of this anymore, but I want to get back to it because I'm looking to move myself and I'm looking to get out of California. So I'm open to all options, to be honest with you. So let's look at the listing. Right now, they went from, I think it was like 26 million, he was saying, with 25.9, to people who have that kind of money, that's 26 million. Like, you're not fooling anybody by listing it under 100,000. To them, that's still 26 million. To a person with that kind of money, 25.5 is still 26 million. So they've lowered it to 20 million. To us people who don't have that kind of money, 19,850,000. To us that don't have that kind of money, all we see is the 19. So for us, it's like 19 million, because that's all we want to see, because we don't got that kind of money to spend no way. So the less we can spend, the better. But yeah, they're at 19. They're at 20 million. Let me go back to people who could actually afford this. Right now, they're at 20 million. So considering that, over a year ago, they're at 26, and, this is newly built. So it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. Because if this was being built to sell, I think they missed the mark heavily with the second primary. I almost wish they would have sacrificed a bedroom or two to make sure that primary was, it felt like, the primary should have felt like a lodge in itself. I'm over here like just moving too fast that I'm thinking before I speak. But I mean this wholeheartedly. I wish they would have sacrificed a bedroom or two to ensure that the primary felt like a lodge itself. We're talking larger bathroom, with a massive like couples hot tub. We're talking about a huge huge closet for me to come out of. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Why did I say that? Whoa. Come on now. Come on now. Let's not do that. Let's not. Okay, let's get real here. Okay, no more jokes. No more jokes. Okay. But no, in all seriousness, that closet to be in the middle of nowhere is not great. It's not great. They missed the mark there. I like the loft. I feel like they hit the mark on that loft for sure. Where you can, work, have that as like a workspace. I like that a lot. I'm curious about what the internet speed that they're getting there since they're off the grid, like what kind of satellite is there, because that's the thing that we didn't see was like the satellite. Places like this require a satellite because you're not getting, your Spectrums, Charters. You're not getting them all the way in the middle of nowhere. I could be wrong though. That might be at this house. I don't know because it is on to the grid, but not really using the grid. So yeah, they missed the mark with the bathroom. For me, they missed them for a resale. Okay, for a spec build. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, a spec home is a home that you build specifically to sell to somebody, right? You're not building it for yourself. You're not, remodeling it for yourself. It's being remodeled specifically to sell. So for this being a spec home, as a spec home, they missed the mark. As far as the house, I mean, the cabin, lodge, whatever you want to call it, it's great, okay? I like the way it looks aesthetically. So not curb appeal, but the outer shell and the cabin architecture, I love that. The floor to ceiling glass, I love that. The living room, the living space, I love that. The kitchen as a spec home, again, they missed the mark. The kitchen should have not been a hallway. While I can see it being used properly, I still think they missed the mark there. I feel like the kitchen should have been connected to that great living room. Because that's the symbol of what this is everyone coming together. You guys seen that room with like the 50, 60 beds inside of there with the one TV? They need more than one TV down there. You actually need space for computers and stuff like that. So all the cousins and stuff like that, they can game and do all their other stuff. It's cool. Now the underground tunnel, I kind of don't understand it now. I like it. I now don't understand it. The reason why I say I don't understand it is because, again, if you're building this as a spec home, there's other stuff you could have did with that space. But I'm not gonna harp too much on that. As far as like the pool, there should be an outdoor pool as a spec home or another dwelling that has an actual swimming pool. Because if you're having all the cousins and stuff like that, everyone going into those 50, 60 beds, no one's gonna be able to get into the pool. Like, I mean, look at this, guys, right? This is, assuming that they have it. Now, he said that there was Wolf. What is this? Blue Star. So this is a Blue Star range and oven. Okay. I really don't like this copper tub. Like I said, as a spec home, the tub in the old primary is better than this. But again, this is about, for me, this should be about being together. So you need a tub where, you know, you can be intimate. But I'm not even looking at for any of this. What I'm looking for specifically is, let's see. Okay, here it is. You see this room with like 80 beds? You see this room with like 80 beds? Look at this pool. Look at this pool. Yes, maybe, you know, I want to say at a max, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16 people in a hot tub. Like, think about all the splashing and all that. Like, this is not gonna work for kids. So as a spec home, again, another dwelling to house a pool, a rec room, basketball court. I mean, as a spec home, they missed the mark. As a spec home, they missed the mark. Like, if they would have, like, those little things that I just mentioned, I don't think this place would be on the market anymore. I really don't, because to have that panic room with the toilet, a panic room with a toilet, that's priceless. You know how many people have panic rooms, and you know what's in that panic room? There's a bucket for you to go in. Not a fully functional bathroom. That panic room had a fully functional bathroom. So, yeah, as a spec home, they missed the mark. That's the only thing. As a spec home, they missed the mark completely. So, again, I like the house. I actually like the lodge. To me, it's a lodge. I like the lodge a lot, right? It's grand, like he mentioned, like a lodge or hotel. It's grand, like it's commercial, but yet intimate, where it's clearly not. Because look at this big ass living room. Like, this is the living room. This is what I'm saying, that they missed the mark, and they could have made the kitchen flow. They could have made it flow together. Like, they could have really, really worked on it. Instead, the kitchen's right here in like this narrow space. I mean, it's still part of the living room. You know, it's not the worst thing about the, you know, the home. The worst thing about the home, like I mentioned, is the fact that it's a spec home and your primary closet is not great. I'm not gonna say it's bad, because it's still really like nice, large closet, but not great. That's the point, not great. There's no sauna. Like, this is a cold place. Utah gets cold. They're already talking about, you know, with that mud room, you come down with your snowmobile and your snow toys and, you know, all this other stuff, brother. And you come in, you have no way to just heat yourself indefinitely other than getting in a steam shower. And I'm sorry. Sometimes you don't want to get into a steam shower. Sometimes you just want no steam and you just want heat. Because that's what a sauna is. Hot sauna just produces heat, not steam. Right? And you think about the steam, you're wasting all that water. And I'm sorry, water is more valuable to me than electricity. I'll burn the hell out some electricity. I ain't trying to burn the hell out that water. That don't make sense. But anyway, I don't want to get too hard on the house. I really do like it. I like the fact that it's very sustainable. So in the event of an apocalypse, you're gonna be living it up like nothing even happened. And then when the zombies come, and they come to take you down in your lodge, you go into the panic room. You get all your guns. You see how many of the zombies leave. And then you blast the rest of them that are there. You blast those damn zombies. You send them to zombie hell. or something like that. Wherever zombies go when they die. I don't know. But yeah, let's, I don't know why I still have the headphones in. Why didn't you guys tell me I still have the headphones in? What kind of friends are you? Got me looking stupid. So yeah, anyway. Outside of this, you know, you got your 50 acres. Like I said, place looks great. I love all the finishings. Personally, I love the finishings in the kitchen. I love a lot of the finishings. Period. Love a lot of the finishings. With the exception of the things that I mentioned, such as this copper tub, right? It's like, man, you went from having this nice lodge filled with marble and stuff like that, and then boom, copper. Why? Why? Why, brother? And I was correct. This is not one piece. This is not one solid piece. What it is was a complete slab, but they cut it. This was cut. This was cut, and then they reconnected it. So it was all one piece, but they cut it. The way that at least when I heard what he was saying, the way it sounded to me with that description, which could be, you know, misleading if you describe it this way, saying that it was one solid piece of marble, is what they did was carve out stone into a shape. So they carved out the middle of, let's say, a cube, a square cube. They carved out of the cube other granite, and this is what you're left with, was one solid piece, which they do like that does happen for, you know, kitchen, for like the kitchen, but you know, the counters, like that does happen for the counters where you have just one solid piece that, you know, you have the top of the counter and then the waterfall down. That does happen for that. So this was one piece like this. This is how I want you to imagine it. One piece, a wall. Let's call it a wall. And then they cut two pieces of the wall and then just put it back together. So it's book match. So this is what book match is, basically, for anyone who doesn't know. This is perfect book. It's book match. This is what we call book match, right? So you got this line, this vein. It's a vein. It's a vein. It's real veiny. But you got this vein coming across like this because it's book match. Because, you know, it's the same part of the book. Anyway, and you match it back together. That's what the term book match is, for anyone who didn't know. But I know you guys are really smart, so you're used to it. Okay, so moving on. I'm curious, I don't know if you're curious, what do homes that are, you know, similar, maybe in the same area, what does that typically look like? Like, what is their competition? That's the question for me. What is their competition? So you have this place here for 20 million, and you got this for 2 million. So wow, this place, that's an expensive area then. If this place is 2 million, and then they're trying to sell this for 20, and this is a 2-bedroom, 1,500 square feet. That's insane. What does this even look like? So that's 1 acre, and this was just built? Wow. What is this, a tiny house? This is a tiny house, isn't it? It looks like a manufacturer tiny house. Yeah, I'm not buying this for 2 million. I don't know about you guys, I'm not buying this for 2 million. That's insane. Cool and cozy cabin, is that what? 300 days on the market? Yeah, I think people are in the same boat. Like, I don't want to buy that shit. Then you got this for $1.2 million, another 2-bedroom, tiny house looking place, built in 1938. So at least this has been around. You know, this is not just like a tiny house. But 54 pictures for 1,000 square feet, that is like overkill. But man, look at this. Look at that river. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at the inside of this. Wow. Okay, I like this. I like this place. I like this place. I like stuff that's exposed. It feels like, feels real masculine. Okay. Masculine. I like this cat. Do I like it for $1 million? Fuck no. Damn it, did I just say that that's fuck it. Oh, my bad, everyone, my bad. But you got an acre right there, so I don't know, man. This place is winning on the acres alone, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I won't lie to you. Look at this. This is land. So 275,000 gets you over 2/3 of an acre. What the hell, brother? Wow, $100 million. $100 million for 40 acres of land. That's crazy. So, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though they missed the mark on this spec home, that 20 million is looking like a steal. If this is, let's just say this is worth, I won't even say half. Let's just say it's worth a quarter of what the asking price is. So call it about 28 million. You know what I mean? 28 million. Well, 28 million, that's too much, right? Let's call it 26, 27? About 26, 27, somewhere between there, right? 26, 27 million for this. Let's say it's worth that. You're getting a steal because you're getting 40 acres and you're getting a property that's built. Yes, for me as a spec home, it misses the mark and you'd have to gut it to make it perfect, but that's a steal. Unless this is like a tourist. If this is touristy and this brings in loads of money, like this land brings in loads of money every year, then yeah, but I don't think there's enough money to justify 100 million. I'm sorry. Maybe if you build like a bunch of hotels and whatnot, there might be money there, but this is all over the place. This is land. Here, look, 160 acres for 4 million. Okay, this is no longer looking like a steal. 160 acres for 4 million. So what is there out here? Just land? Okay. Finally, we finally found a comparable type of house. Right? We found a comparable type of cabin. So let's see what this looks like. 7 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. I'm dyslexic right now. 7 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. This is also a cabin or a lodge, right? This is the lodge. I don't wanna lie, this looks more traditional. This looks like what I expect. Right, you got the carpet in here. Not really a big fan of that. Yeah, not a big fan of this. Whoa, baby, look. You got me. What'd I say? I would have liked to have seen like a large tub that you could be intimate with your paramour. This it. You got your steam shower, so it doesn't have the nice marble, but I like this marble is this. And this is what? That looks like wolf. That's wolf. That's wolf. This is wolf. Not something called Blue Star. I don't even know what Blue Star is. And I don't think I've ever heard of Blue Star. What is Blue Star? Let's see what Blue Star is. Blue Star, who are you? Are you expensive is really the question. It says professional grade cookware, shop cooking. Ranges. Oh, Put some respect on Blue Star name. Blue Star is that's designer. That's designer. Mad respect to Blue Star. I learned something new today. I've never seen Blue Star in any house in Beverly Hills or any house in Malibu or never seen it. It's Low New, which is still more expensive than Blue Star, by the way. Wolf, and then on the lower high end scale, look, we're still talking high end, but it's on the lower scale, is your Miele and your Viking. Those are all still expensive, but they're not in the 60,000 for a range or stove and oven. Like this Blue Star is in the 20,000, 10,000 range. So it's pretty expensive. But yeah, Wolf used to Wolf. Wolf is expensive. Just to make it clear. So this is really more traditional. See this? Then here's a rec room right here. This is more traditional. Is there a pool? They got the snowmobiles. All right, so no pool. And again, I'm not looking for an outdoor pool. I'm looking for something indoors attached to like a rec room, something like that, like a pool, like that. But clearly this is like an additional kitchen or, anyway, this is what you get for 11 million. You get about 2,000 less square feet. Obviously, you're not going to get as much land. Wait, no, I take it back. You're getting 4 times the land. I thought this was less land. This was the 160 acres. I thought the 160 acres. Oh wait, there's 160 acres for sale for 4 million. I compressed the two together. My bad. But 160 acres? Yeah, this is the steal. And yes, don't get me wrong. There are some things that I would do, such as change out the carpet, but I really wouldn't do anything to the kitchen. I like that marble. I wouldn't do anything to the kitchen. Like there's maybe at best $500,000 worth of work to do. And then I'd maybe take another $500,000 to $1 million to build an additional structure for a pool and a basketball court. Like you probably don't even need to spend that much, but I would put in, be willing to, because I got money like that, you guys know that, I got money like that. I got so much money. I'm so rich that I could do something like that. Just say, you know what? I first wanted to just spend $500,000. Let's just spend $1 million. You built that additional structure and then the place to me would be perfect. So, you put $2 million into it and you have a place that is superior. It would be superior to the house we just seen. And you got 4 times the acres. So that's insane. So yeah. So that was the first house we seen. Here's another one it looks like. So we're getting smaller again, but again on 160 acres. 160 acres, 12.5 million. What does it look like? I wasn't really looking to do a 3D tour. I'm not trying to do a 3D tour. I just want to look at pictures. Okay. This is elegant. Wow. So slightly smaller. Not even slightly. I love this kitchen. I love the dark wood. See how the kitchen is flowing and being like a centerpiece to the house instead of the living room being a centerpiece of the house. Then you got your wolf appliances. I love this place. Yeah, this is sick. Look at the primary. And then this primary could be better. On the space. And then you got your steam shower right there. Look at the closet though. That's a traditional nice walk-in closet. You got your office. Because I need that. I need the office. I like this place, but oh wait, what? Look, this place reminded me that there's no wine cellar. There's no wine cellar in that other house. I almost dropped my water. There's no wine cellar in that other house. But that's okay. No wine cellar, no place to play poker. This is a place for all of that. So I mean, yeah, that's why I was saying as a spec house, it missed the mark. And now I'm over here thinking about other stuff it missed the mark on. There's no wine cellar. There's no place for cigars. There's no, like, you missed the mark, okay? But you did hit on that panic room. That panic room, perfect. So this is cool. I like the other house better. Just to be honest with you. So I can't get over this 107 million. Like, there's got to be something sacred about that land. There must be gold in that land, or something, or oil, something. All right, this is the last one we're going to look at for 13 million. So comparable size. Been on the market almost a year. Let's look at the 50 photos. Got your floor to ceiling glass right here. So I'm taking it this is another living space. What if the same person is the owner of this? I like the feel of this so far. Okay, this is a different design, because look at this marble here. This is a different design. This is fitting the bill so far. Yeah, buddy. Just give me that tub where I can just chill, light some candles, be with my boo. She go on her side to wash her face and brush her teeth. I go on my side to wash my face and brush my teeth. And you could tell that this is the space, this is the side of the taller individual. Cause you know, I gotta be politically correct. This is the space, this is the side for the taller individual. This is the side for the individual who is not as tall. You got a bar, a true bar right here. Oh yeah. I like what they got going on here. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got the cozy bedrooms. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, a gym. See, they missed the mark. Nah, I think there was a gym. No, there wasn't a gym. You got your screening room. There's screening room on the place we looked at, superior to this screening room. This screening room is like super basic, but I still like it. All right, you got the rec room. That's what I'm talking about. Like, in the middle of nowhere in a cabin, you need a rec room. And then you got a gun, like a gun room. Yeah. Wine cellar. Oh, a place for cigars. Ooh, I like it. Oh, look at the deck in the middle. Oh, I love it. You got me at the wine cellar. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got me at the wine cellar. Not a super lot wrong with that place. I would take this place over, because there's less things that I have to do. Again, no pool. I still have to take out my own money and build a pool, hot tub, basketball court. But other than that, this place has better bones to me than the $20 million villa. Look at this place for $2 million. I know I said that was the last one, but look at this place for $2 million. Right? This is awesome. Well, we're not really looking at this. Yeah. That video ended up being longer than I anticipated, but that's okay, because usually that kind of happens with me anyway, because you guys know that I kind of like to run on. But hey, it's the weekend. Y'all go have some fun. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.